So in 2022, you decided to buy a new camera or you are thinking about it. Now, today I'm gonna give you 3 reasons, or more like 3 things that you should make sure that you already know when you're getting into investing in a new camera. And there are gonna be many in 2022 for sure. There are things coming from Fujifilm, probably from Panasonic as well as Canon. Probably Sony is gonna come up with a new camera because they're always doing that. So make sure to watch this before you're getting to, invest in a camera, and maybe it's gonna be a new one. Nonetheless, this is an important video if you're deciding to buy a camera. Hey, what is good everyone, Chris here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about gear again. We're talking about how to buy a camera in 2022, but this one applies basically forever. And if you are into, let's say, changing systems or buying in a new ecosystem, if you want to buy your first camera, you're tired of your clinical images from your smartphone, these are very important, and I believe that you should watch this video before you're going to buy a camera, because these 3 reasons or things that you should check before you're investing in a camera are very important. First and foremost, when you buy a camera in 2022, the megapixels are important. And I'm not gonna say the bigger the megapixels, the better, but I'm saying that the more megapixels the sensor has, the better you'll be able to crop, the more detail you're gonna get in your images, and they're gonna make the transition from your smartphone, let's say, even better, because usually those images on our phones are super sharp, super clinical, and having a big megapixel will gonna help you crop a little bit and still maintain that level of detail that you're getting, if that's what you're going for. Now, megapixels are not always better, especially if you're shooting events or if you are trying to get into shooting, let's say, street photography, when there are gonna be thousands and thousands of photos that gonna basically clutter your hard drives, and they're gonna make you pull your hair out of your head because you realize that the storage is going down fast. And for that, I probably advise you to buy a camera between 16 and 24 megapixels, and that will help a lot. Now, a camera like this one, the Fujifilm Xc4, it's a great camera that it's there. It's a 26 megapixel sensor, but it's not that big. But if you're thinking about buying huge sensors like the Sony a7R4 or GFX 100S, something like that, that will definitely slow you down in the process of editing if you are into that. Also, it's gonna eat the storage on your hard drives very fast. So keep that in mind. That's an important point when you're buying these cameras. I believe that megapixels are important, especially if you're doing product photography, if you are doing portraits, if you're doing landscapes where you need all that tiny details in your photos that can basically make the photo a little bit more attractive to your client. But if you're not shooting this kind of stuff, if you're shooting events, if you're shooting street photography, if your thing is to shoot just family photos and hang around with the camera on your neck and shoot all kinds of things, I think a 16 to 24 megapixel cameras, even in 2021, it's more than enough. Now, the second reason to be always aware of what you're buying is the ecosystem. And if you don't know what that is, it means all the accessories, lenses, cameras, everything that you have around when you're buying a new camera. And brands are struggling to build an ecosystem, especially when they're switching their systems from, let's say, DSLR to mirrorless. And there are a few that are still struggling, like my system, the Nikon system, which don't have all the lenses and all the accessories for these cameras that, let's say, Sony has for theirs. But Sony has been on this market for a long time, has been in this business of mirrorless cameras for over 10 years now, I believe, and they had the time to build this ecosystem. They have all kinds of lenses, from, let's say, cheap, affordable lenses that can do better for those who are not into professional photography. Also, very expensive lenses with very wide apertures that can help professionals to get that beautiful image that they're after all the time. And that's a very important point to make when you're thinking about buying a new camera. Imagine that this camera that you're buying, it's not gonna come with anything but maybe a kit lens. And at some point you wanna progress and you wanna become better, and you're having all kinds of demands and needs, and you need a different lens with a different aperture, and you wanna shoot differently, you wanna become more pro, which I believe it's a very wide term for a lot of things. But if you wanna become more than you were when you bought the camera, you'll probably need more things, accessories, lenses, and so on and so forth. If the ecosystem that you bought in, it's not developed yet, or not fully developed, or not even half developed, you're gonna have a hard time picking your next buy when it comes to a lens or a, let's say, grip or something like that. So that is an important point to make, and keep that in mind. The ecosystem is more important than the camera itself. Most of the cameras these days are shooting amazing photos. The sensors are great sensors, most of them backside illuminated sensors that can do amazing in low light with either anti-aliasing filters or not, that makes pictures sharper or not. So that is not a, let's say, a huge deal. But the ecosystem is, and not having the lens that you want, or the lens that can help you produce the image that you're after, it's a huge deal. And consequently, the last reason, in my opinion, it's the design of the camera, the ergonomics, the look of the camera, which in my opinion, again, are very important. If you're buying something just because of the hype on, let's say, YouTube, or because everyone is talking about the camera, or because everyone is shooting that camera might not be for you. And don't be surprised. I was actually trying many systems. I shot Sony, I shot Canon, I shot Nikon, I'm shooting Fujifilm, I'm shooting Nikon now, I shot Panasonic for a while, I actually tried Olympus. And there are cameras that help you produce the images that you want, and there are cameras that will do and will help you produce that image, but won't give you any kind of joy. And if you wanna be always inspired, and if you wanna be always creative, choose a camera that you like. It doesn't really matter how and what brand it is. It doesn't matter which camera it is, full frame or APS-C. It only matters how you feel when you're grabbing that camera. And I'm gonna give you a point from my experience. The first time you're grabbing a camera and have it in your hands, hold it for 2 minutes, turn around, put it to your eye, and see how it feels. Look at it, and if you feel that joy, that excitement about that camera, don't think about it as a new toy. Think about it as a toy that will give you more and will enlarge your horizons in terms of photography. And if that gives you joy and excitement, probably that's the camera for you. But if you grab the camera and it feels just like a black brick that you're holding in your hand, it does amazing autofocus, it does great battery life, it's amazing in all kinds of low light conditions, but in your hand doesn't feel right. I will tell you this, you will probably sell the camera in less than 6 months and buy something else, because that camera, it's not for you. So guys, these are my points for 2022 when it comes to buying a camera, a new camera, even an old camera. Keep in mind that megapixels are important if you need them. Keep in mind that the ecosystem is more important than anything, and having the availability of all kinds of lens and accessories for your new camera, it's super important. Also, keep in mind that the design and the look of the camera, it's also important. Though it might sound a little bit subjective when you're talking about it, it is super important, especially in 2022 when the variety of cameras on the market is overwhelming and you barely find something that you like. Look for the look, and that will help you create better images than just an amazing autofocus or megapixels or so on and so forth. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That helps me grow this community and will help us, communicate more and have more people involved in these conversations that we have in the comments. And I want to thank Enrique for being one of the best supporters of this channel. He's always commenting. He's always, he's a funny guy, apparently, that is trying to pull my leg all the time. But nonetheless, I want more Enrique's on this channel. I want people to talk and comment and ask me and ask themselves about this beautiful trade of photography. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give these videos a thumbs up. Also watch all the videos or the ones that you're interested in the playlist above in the description. We also have affiliate links there for cameras that I believe are great and won't break the bank. Some of them might, if you are a guy who is into investing and is trying to get this photography into your future. That might help as well. Also, let me know in the comments below what is your favorite point when it comes to buying a new camera. And stay focused, my friends. I will definitely see you in a bit.